What is up, YouTube? Chase Oliver 68 here. Hopefully there's no sound problems. Hopefully everything's fine. Because this is filming via webcam. Most likely YouTube will fuck up again and mess up this video. Thank you, YouTube, for being one flaming pile of shit when it comes to uploading. But anyways, this is TNA Hardcore Justice live from the Impact Zone. First off, TNA, when you want to promote a pay-per-view called Hardcore Justice, you're either going to get a person who thinks this is a porno and wants to order it and jack off to the beautiful women in it, or you're going to get someone that thinks this is a hardcore wrestling fanatic and think this is a hardcore pay-per-view. Just saying, TNA. You guys promoted it as a hardcore pay-per-view, yet the only thing hardcore that happened was Gunner sparing Christopher Daniels through a table? But other than that, we got the show opened up with the X Division title match. Alex Shelley versus Austin Aries versus the champion Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick retained the title after doing his sliced bread on Austin Aries on top of Alex Shelley and then pinning Shelley. I was fine with it. They had a backstage confrontation with Austin Aries, probably setting up an Austin Aries Brian Kendrick feud, maybe leading into Bound for Glory. Who knows? But anyways, I was fine with it. It was an okay, it was an okay way to start the show. I was expecting a lot more from this match, but it did deliver in a way. It was a good way to open for an opener. It did a good job. But if it was later on the card and given as much time as a six-man tag match, this match would have blown the roof off the Impact Zone. Next up, we got a Knockouts tag title match because we all know it's a TNA pay-per-view because they do not promote this match. They just throw it on the card just for sake of having a match on the card, and that's a fact. So we got the tag champions. Fuck, Tara and Miss Tessmacher facing Sarita and Rosita of Mexican America. This was actually a pretty good knockouts match. I did enjoy it. Sarita and Rosita, I think they're underrated workers when it comes to the knockout division because I enjoy both of their work. And Tara, she's one of the best women in the business. No lies there. And Miss Tessmacher is ever so approving. I liked the match, but it just had no meaning on it. They just kind of threw it there just for the sake of match, and not to mention that Madison Rayne did not come out or do anything when she's supposed to be feuding with these two. Just saying, TNA. Then we get on to the Bound for Glory Series match, the first one of our night. Devon versus the Pope D'Angelo De Niro. Really? Okay. So the match starts out with Pope saying, Devon, I love you and your family, so I'm going to lay down for you. Pope lays down, and Devon's like, no, we ain't doing it this way. And Devon goes for the cover, does not go for the cover, and they kind of wrestle. And the whole time during the match, Pope was trying to get Devon to pin him, but Devon wouldn't let him. But in the end, Pope ends up winning, gets 7 points in the Bound for Glory series. Now he's at 17 points, and Devon's still in fucking 4th place. But oh no, it gets better later on tonight. Trust me, you guys will hear about this. Um, Moving on with the card, we got the Knockouts title match between Mickie James and Winter with Angelina Love in her corner. This match was okay for the Knockouts title match. I prefer the tag title match for the Knockouts titles better than this one. The match was okay. Mickie James and Winter, I really just didn't feel like they had a good connection going. Their street fight on Impact was much better, but that's a street fight. You can always make a street fight good. Just give me a weapon and give me my little brother, and we can swing at each other and do all these crazy shit, and people will think it's awesome. That's a matter of fact. But the thing is, the match was okay. The ending though was stupid. Winter just kind of spit something in Mickie James's face, and then Mickie James is overselling it like, "Oh, I can't see it, I can't see him." Winter goes, gets a pin, wins the knockout title. We all know Velvet's guys end up going to win it probably in Bound for Glory. So at least you have, Winter and Velvet Sky, a feud that's already happened, gonna rehash it. So at least Velvet Sky will win it off a heel. I would have preferred Mickie James though. Then we get on to Crimson versus Rob Van Dam in our second Bound for Glory series match. This was actually a pretty good match until the fucking ending, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're just dissing this match because of the ending." No, a match has to have everything good with it for me to enjoy it and for me to believe in certain superstars. And Crimson's a guy who's undefeated, but you look at Crimson who he's defeated besides Samoa Joe, and you can't even count Joe anymore. Joe's being treated like a piece of shit. TNA are not using Samoa Joe right, so Crimson's winning where Samoa Joe's like, okay, he just beat Samoa Joe, who cares? But a guy like Rob Van Dam who's been winning consistently against a guy against Crimson who is undefeated in TNA, gee, wouldn't it make Crimson look really good defeating a Rob Van Dam, a guy who's been winning by pinfall? And this way, RVD doesn't lose any points, but Crimson gained 7 points, making Crimson look strong. But no, this is what happened. Before the matchup, we had Jerry Lynn come out and be like, oh, blah, 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 Rob Van Dam, we had a match together. I'm going to be on your corner. And RVD is about to get pinned off the sitting spinebuster that's, Crimson does. Jerry Lynn comes out fucking nowhere. It hits Crimson. Gets Crimson RVD disqualified. So RVD loses 10 fucking points in the Bound for Glory. Crimson wins the match, yes. But in the long run, it's just like he didn't really beat RVD. He just got DQ'd because of Jerry Lynn. Do I care if RVD and Jerry Lynn feud? No, I do not. They can freaking put on all these 5-star matches, and I won't care. Why? Because RVD is in the Bound for Glory series and needs to focus on Bound for Glory. Stop TNA doing these stupid fucking feuds that do not involve Bound for Glory series matches. Pope and Devon I'm fine with because both of them are in the Bound for Glory series and they talk about it and they mention it. Jerry Lynn has no business in the Bound for Glory series, so why are you shoving him down our damn throats? Other than that, Crimson should have won cleanly so that way people realize, oh wow, Crimson defeated RVD, a guy who's also on a winning streak. This way, it's good. This way, it's entertaining. This way, Crimson is built strong. Are you getting that picture, TNA? Is the light bulb clicking? Because I don't think it is. But other than that, now we have Devon in 3rd place for the Bound for Glory series. Devon for world champion. I'm just going to say it now. Then, after that, we got Fortune versus Immortal in a 6-man tag match. Match was good, given a lot of time. I believe it was like the longest match on this card. I think it went like 23 minutes from what I was saying. But, it was a good 6-man tag match. The ending comes when AJ Styles hits a Pele off the ropes onto Abyss. AJ gets a pin, 1, 2, 3. It makes sense. AJ's in the Bound for Glory series. His teammates are not. Abyss is not in the Bound for Glory series, but his teammates are, so it makes sense. But in the end, really, I thought Immortal was going to win because you hyped up all this shit that Daniels and AJ are, like, going to be in an argument and be in a feud. And you just don't have Daniels turn heel here now. Do we have to wait till Impact for that to happen? I mean, if it happens on the pay-per-view, it makes people say, damn, I actually do want to watch Impact to see why Daniels did that. That's the thing, TNA. You guys used to do that where you built shit up on the pay-per-views leading into the impacts. What happened? Alright. It's all about the ratings. You talking about buy rates? It's all about the ratings. Buy rates. Bullshit. But anyways, I liked the match. I just thought the Raw team won. Then we get on to Mr. Anderson versus Bully Ray. Bully Ray does the old TNA, I'm going to hide by the entrance ramp and try to attack him from behind. Mr. Anderson's not fooled by it. They brawl outside for a little bit. When they finally get in the ring, it's a okay standard match. But the ending comes where Mr. Anderson tries to use Bully Ray's chain. And this is called Hardcore Justice TNA. I mean, I thought this was a hardcore pay-per-view. You guys made a fucking promo with Abyss for the commercial like, this is all about text, thumbnails, and all this other stuff. But instead, it's not. It's just about singles matches with a pay-per-view name called Hardcore Justice. And Mr. Anderson looks to use the chain. Referee distracts him. Bully Ray wins. And I said this to a bunch of guys in the Skype call, and they can quote me on this. I said TNA did something right with Pope being Devon. Now they're going to mess up earlier on in the show. And in my head, I was thinking, either A, Rob Van Dam is going to defeat Crimson, or B, Bully Ray was going to defeat Mr. Anderson. I got B. Fuck you, TNA. Really? You could have made the Immortal chewing out of Hogan getting all mad at Immortal, telling them they're pieces of crap with Bully Ray losing, and then talk about how Mr. Anderson's the crown jewel of Immortal if he's still in it. But instead, you guys pull this bullshit, so I don't really care. TNA Tag Team title match between Beer Money and Mexican America. I love Beer Money to death. Robert Roode is one of my favorite wrestlers. But really, you decide to not have Mexican America win, make the tag team title seem fresh, and hint a Beer Money split. Now understand this, guys. Right now, James Storm is number 2 in the Bound for Glory series match with 33 points or something like that. Robert Roode is tied for 4th place with 27. You don't think that, they're kind of close up at each other there, that they want to compete? they talk about it on Impact in the backstage segments with the shitty camera angle like this. They're like, "Hey man, you ready for your match? Yeah, I'm ready for my match. Yeah, dude. Bound for Glory series. This is all that matters. All that matters to me in my career. You know, I don't see the camera that's filming me. I don't see it. This is supposed to be real. No, they do that in their segments. Why in the hell do you not just split them up and make it where it causes like a split and maybe do a blow off match at Bound for Glory if they don't win the series? I'm just saying. But anyways, I felt Mexican America should have won. I thought it was time for Beer Money to give up those straps. Then we get on to the main event, and believe it or not, the main event actually saved the show for me. It wasn't the match of the night, in my opinion, but it was a good match nonetheless. Kurt Angle, thank you for being a good wrestler in the ring, being one of the best out there. Uh, Maybe there's a reason why you're my second favorite wrestler of all time and second favorite currently. But Kurt Angle really carried Steen throughout this match, in my opinion. He did a good job slowing Steen down. And the one thing that really hit my eye, made me want to watch Impact this Thursday, was what happened at the end of the match. So Hulk Hogan comes out, has a steel chair in his hand. Okay, cool. He's gonna hit Steen. Kurt Angle, you know how he was all talking about. Oh, I want to beat Steen the right way. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to beat Steen like this. I want to beat him the right way. And takes the chair away from Hogan and Hogan and tells Hogan to get out. And you think Angle's gonna throw away the chair, but instead Angle hits Steen with the chair, goes and does the Angle slam, and then it makes you guys wonder, gee, why did Kurt Angle go back on his word? He wanted to beat Steen cleanly, yet he went back on his word. Why did Angle do this? Angle's supposed to be this American hero, and he did this. He's going back on his word. Yeah, it adds more to Angle's character, and not only that, if you are gonna do that whole Steen and Hogan shit, and you want Angle to be the guy to draw the belt to the Bound for Glory winner, which I'm guessing is going to be Crimson at this point, it would make sense to have Angle being that big time heel, dropping the belt to the new up and coming face. That's just me on live on pay per view. Or TNA can do this route, have Matt Morgan win it, then lose to Kurt Angle, and then free on Impact you see Crimson beat Kurt Angle. I can see TNA doing that, to be honest with you. God, doesn't that sound familiar? But anyways, the main event was good. I like what they did with Angle. It's making me interested in what they're gonna do with Angle's character in the future. Thank you all for watching this video. Sorry if there's a sound delay like the last video. I do not want that to happen. It's just YouTube, seriously, they need to fix their problems quick. And I want to try to find a way where my flip video can upload without taking fucking 255 minutes. But expect reviews to be in this format, the webcam format. I want to fix YouTube's uploading system so bad, but I guess it will take a while to do that. Other than that, I my final grade of the show, C minus D plus. I really did not enjoy it. I felt like the wrong guys won most of the matches. Besides, Angle and Cena really saved this show for me. I was just gonna give this a D plus D show, but Angle Cena being what happened at the end and being actually a good match at the end, it actually saved the show for me. You can't always just have good matches and expect the show to be like an A. I want this show to have, and especially since it was called Hardcore Justice, no hardcore matches, kind of bumps it down a little grade for me. So tell me all what you thought about Hardcore Justice. Put that down on the comment section down below. Give me a big thumbs up for trying to film this video for the third time. Sorry for you guys that were watching it, that have watched it 2 times already. I love you all for being that loyal. Subscribe below for more Chase Oliver 68. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Skype. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Oh, shoot.